wanting to come and persecute you, it does not matter. Our job as followers of Christ is to pray and to love on one another. God is not saying for us to be ignorant to the traps or the practices and the schemes of the enemy. Some people you have to distance yourself from, and that's fine. Just because you forgive someone, that does not mean you need to allow them back into your life. That's not what all this is. That doesn't mean they do something wrong, you allow them to come back in. They hit you on one cheek, you turn, they do it again. If you know this is a continuous cycle, if you're being abused and hurt, no. Set your boundaries and make sure that you are safe. God never called you, hallelujah, for you to be abused in any type of way, shape, or form. God says we will be persecuted for his name's sake. If you are being hurt and if you are being abused, you need to get away. You need to find a way to get away. Call your family, even the ones that have turned their backs on you. I'm seeing a woman. If your family has turned their backs on you, don't sit there in pride because your life is depending on it. You call them and you tell them, I need help now. I'm coming home. Or whatever it is that you need to do. Meet me at a train station. I need a flight. Whatever you need to say to them. But let them know you are for real. And when you leave, you bet not go back. Because next time you're not going to make it. Don't you dare go back to that. That is evil. Those are evil and wicked things that those people are doing to you. For a man or for a woman. It's pure evil. It's not love. And it's not something that God had for you. Or he planned for you. Jesus, God gave them time to get it right. That's part of the reason why you were there so long in this situation, not telling anyone, because it was like a time period in a time capsule. God had given them time to get things right. God wanted to see. God said, stop saying anything to them. God wanted to see what they were actually going to do, and they did everything under the sun. Everything detestable possible to you. And God says time's up. Because now he knows what that heart is doing. He knows where they really are, because God has spoken with them. For the ones that you feel like, oh, I don't know if God gave them enough. Well, maybe I should, give it. No, God has already been speaking to them. That's part of the reason why they started fighting you even harder, because they were trying to fight God. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and high places and wickedness. They were not fighting you. Maybe some, yes, physically, but they were really fighting God. God says, do not go back, because they have had all the time and all the warnings. Now judgment is coming upon the wicked. That does not mean you need to let them back into your life. Even if you may feel a little sorry for them, leave that over there. It is time for you to take back control of your life. God has work for you to do. There are women, there are men that are praying for you daily. God has heard you. He sees you. He knows the crying and the tears. Rejoice. It may not feel good right now, but you have to get up and go. If you are seeing this message, if you are in a domestic situation, don't say, oh, well, we're toxic, and no, stop trying to put as in, oh, this is funny, and then we're toxic, we're the new Whitney and Bob. It's not funny, and it's not. God says, get up and go. Get up and go. The latter days are behind you. Everything of the past is behind you. There is more to come. But in order for him to give you that, for the dreams and the visions that you have been seeing and the desires of your heart, of the businesses and things that you're wanting to do, that you desire to do, that's part of your calling. And where you're at, you're not going to be able to do that being connected to that type of person, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to drain you spiritually. That's how they set you up, like a serpent. They sit, they sink their fangs into you and they suck you dry. They suck you dry spiritually, hallelujah, so you cannot connect to the Father. They want to taint, hallelujah, they want to taint your body, your temple, so you can be defiled. Once you lose that connection with God because you're in so much sin, and spiritually you have been sucked dry like a vampire, that's when the enemy can come in and take over and devour you. That's one way he can try to get your soul, because now he has sucked you spiritually, mentally, he has defiled you. He can now get you into a place to where he can try to take your soul, because now he has used people to try to break you, allow things to happen to you, to where heartache after heartache, beating after beating, just breaking you down mentally, physically, spiritually, until you break. People can only handle so much, hallelujah. So the enemy will use people to break you, and I mean they're coming with it, to get you to break down, to break your soul, so you can give it to the enemy. This is how the enemy works. That's why I say to be careful when you're very vulnerable, who you let in your circle, because this is one of the things, because the enemy will come like they're trying to help you, but they're hurting you. God says, remove yourself now. Start packing your bags tonight. I see someone with brown luggage. It's brown luggage. It's like a caramel brown, sandy brown. Get up tonight. Start packing. Some are, hallelujah, are going to be able to leave early in the morning, but make sure your stuff is packed tonight, so when you leave the house, don't come back. Get your passports, your IDs, everything that you need, and leave. Get everything together tonight. God's going to protect you, but he's sending his prophets and his sheep to tell you that you are out of time. If you do not take this time, whenever you see this video, if you do not take the time now, you're not going to have another chance. You're not going to have another chance. Get your stuff together tonight. And when you have the opportunity, leave. I see passports, whoever has passports and IDs and your important documents. Everything that you can order again, leave it. Gather everything important that you need now and go. Of course, don't make it obvious. God says go. I'm seeing the words now in bold letters. Now, 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 now. God is protecting you. I know that you're scared. But if you have, call your family. Call them. If you don't want to get into it, it doesn't matter if you're ashamed. It's either, do you want to feel shame or that be the end of you? Because at some point you're literally fighting for your life. Call your family and tell them what you need. And if you don't want to explain it to them, then tell them, I will talk to you when I get there or when I get somewhere safe. Can you help me or can you not? As life or death, just tell them that. Yes or no. That's it. God says get somewhere safe. and you will have beauty for your ashes. Don't worry about it. Greater is coming, and soon. This thing is going to be quickly. All the years that you